One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Good. 180. Watching the time. Stay with your man.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, if you look at this Week 1 matchup on paper and you see the Titans' name next to the Browns' name, you're thinking, there can't be much history there. But if you factor in that the Titans used to be the Houston Oilers, well, there is good history there because these two franchises were division rivals in the old AFC Central. That was before the 2002 NFL realignment. So there is history, albeit way back in the rearview mirror. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mayfield. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's got room. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt. 36 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
On On the ready.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard. Derrick Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A first down carry for Henry. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. After the penalty, it's Henry, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They go play action here on first down. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down, Titans.
Come on, set. 10 logo.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Let's go, B.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. From 17 yards out as his guys are on the board here this first quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Good. 180.
Check 55, Mike.
Yeah. You don't want none.
Here's Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
120. Eat.
Go, go, go.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 19-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Mike,
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. These two teams all tied after one.
180. Go.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the 1st round. But they circled back in the 2nd round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this 1st half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
1st down, Titans, gain of 12. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama, Mack Wilson. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the 1st sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27. We haven't even escaped the 1st half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And, Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. They keep it with Henry on first down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Vinatieri now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next to score, Titans 21, Brown 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
On first down, Henry. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 45. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in the game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Henry running right. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
X3, 218, stop.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Got a man. It's Brown. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
132 fighter.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Hey, lock it. Hey, Charlie. Fight.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. We'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Mayfield now. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Now Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. Now a play fake here on first down. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
You go tight. You got tight. Yeah.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. Tannehill.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll toss it to Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL-caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort. Now that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4. You got the Titans 40-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Chubb on the counter, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
60 outlaw.
Come on, D.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. Here's a screen to Powell. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it. Peterson. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He finds Beckham, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Jim.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Mayfield from the gun on third down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He gets this one to Garcon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. On first down, Henry powers over it.
Just fed him his pads, didn't he?
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
At the 2-yard line.
Check 4. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On 2nd down, it's Henry, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mayfield now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A second down throw for Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he gets it down to the 32.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 20, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves,
Derrick Henry all alone. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, well.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 46. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Good job.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? And got his man complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Titans, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.